1-mile dirt track at Sacramento has been challenged by the best since 1949. Jimmy Bryant, Roger Ward, and A.J. Foyt are all 3-time winners here. Once again, strong qualifier Don Branson clocks in 4th fast. Young Johnny Rutherford is new to Sacramento, but manages 17th fast time. Foyt is back in his familiar Thompson rotary special and sets it on the pole. Foyt leads the field on the parade lap. The lineup's a little ragged, but it's a clean start. Hurtubise and Foyt jockey for the lead. Foyt has the edge as the pair pulls away from the rest of the field. Hurtubise fights his way back to the front and manages to hold off the charging Texan for several laps. Foyt, Branson, McElreath, Marshman, and Jones are close behind. Hurtubise continues to hang on to first place. Foyt makes his bid and regains the lead. Foyt begins to build a commanding lead. Jones and Hurtubise are at it again. So are McElreath and Hulse as they fight for position. Hurtubise and Branson battle for second place. McElreath drops out. Foyt is using the high groove in first. Branson is second. Chuck Hulse's day is finished. Late in the race, Foyt has lapped all but 3 cars. Rookie Johnny Rutherford has driven a beautiful race, working his way up to 7th. Branson, Hurtubise, and Elmer George are the only drivers on the same lap with Foyt. AJ takes the checkered flag to win his second Golden State 100 and pocket nearly $6,000. It was a great day for young and old alike.
Down the long straightaway on this 1-mile track and the green flag. Out of the first turn, Roger Ward low. The 46 car, Johnny Rutherford, takes over the lead and pulling away. The battle is on for second, third, and fourth place. Roger Ward pulls ahead for second place, and Bobby Marshman in the 5 car. Broad sliding all the way around. And here comes Roger Ward in the number 1 car. The leader, Rutherford, and he's really flying. The rest of the pack right on his tail. A.J. Foyt bicycling through the turn. Out of turn 2, Hurtubise up on a wheel and spins. He's okay, and they're trying for a restart. Out of turn number 3, it's Rutherford, Ward, and A.J. Foyt. Here are the first 5 positions. 46, Rutherford, your leader, followed by 1, Roger Ward, 2, A.J. Foyt, 8, Jim McElreath, 12, Lloyd Ruby. Marshman in the pits in car number 5. As the leaders battle out of turn number 3, Rutherford in the 46 car and Ward in number 1 and closing. A.J. Foyt in number 2 and moving. Your leader, Rutherford, out of the turn. He's into the rail. The steering is gone. Ward, the new leader in car number 1. Rutherford, as he plowed into the wooden fence, threw up his arms to protect himself from flying lumber. Here comes your leader, Roger Ward, in car number 1. The battle is on for second, third place. McElreath in car number 8 and Foyt in the 2 car. Out of the turn, they're right together. Jim McElreath down on the low groove, pours it on to take over second place. Foyt goes wide, trying to stay in there. The new leaders, Roger Ward in car number 1. 8, Jim McElreath. 2, A.J. Foyt. 29, Roger McCluskey. 98, Parnelli Jones. The race is still on for second place. McElreath in car number 8 and Foyt in the 2 car. McElreath holds off the charge to hang on to second place. Here comes Chuck Hulse in the 10 car with the loss of a tire, heading for the pits. And it looks like Hulse is out of the race. Parnelli Jones in the 98 car, and he's lost it. Into the rail, up and back down. Jones climbing out of the car, and he's okay. The leader, Roger Ward, and the battle is still on for second place. The 98 car towed back to the pits. Out of the turn, down the straightaway, Foyt has picked him off. Here's the rundown. Ward, the leader in car number 1. 2, A.J. Foyt. 8, Jim McElreath. 12, Lloyd Ruby. 29, Roger McCluskey. We're in the last lap. Here's the leader, Roger Ward, to take the checkered flag. The winner in car number 1, Roger Ward. Roger Ward in car number 2 on the outside in the front row. The pace car leads them around on the pace lap. The green flag is out and we're racing. Parnelli Jones off the pole, the fastest qualifier of the day, takes the lead. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Roger Ward in the 2 car, into second place. Judd Larson has moved into third on the 1-mile clay oval. Into turn 3, it's Parnelli Jones in the 98 car, and Roger Ward in car number 2. The first 5 in the standings: 98, Parnelli Jones. 2, Roger Ward. 97, Judd Larson. 17, Bobby Marshman. 10, Johnny Rutherford. Down the back chute, really digging in for a bite, the 98 car, Parnelli Jones. And Roger Ward in the 2 car. Out of the front chute, a duel, Johnny Rutherford and A.J. Foyt in car number 1. Down the back straightaway, Foyt on the inside. Rutherford in the 10 car, running high. Here's Foyt to make the pass, and he got him. Parnelli Jones Jones stretching the lead in the 98 car. A.J. Foyt in car number 1, really moving, and he picked off the 17 car. Foyt through traffic, working on the 97 car. Judd Larson running third. Down the back chute, and A.J. Foyt goes into third. The new rundown. 98, Parnelli Jones. 2, Roger Ward. 1, A.J. Foyt. 97, Judd Larson. 17, Bobby Marshman. Hit Foyt, Larson, and Marshman. Parnelli Jones with a good margin over car number 2, Roger Ward. In front of the grandstand, into turn 1, A.J. Foyt right on the tail of Roger Ward. Down the back chute, side by side. A.J. Foyt on the outside, Roger Ward on the pole. Parnelli Jones way out in front in the 98 car. The battle still goes on for second and third place. Jones out of turn 1 and going away. Out of turn 2, Ward still holds him off. The number 1 car flat out through the turn. And Foyt is going to do it the hard way, around the outside. And he got him. The first 5 positions. 98, Parnelli Jones. 1, A.J. Foyt. 2, Roger Ward. 17, Bobby Marshman. 5, Don Branson. Car number 10, trying to make up for lost time. And Foyt down the back straightaway through traffic and building that lead. And look at him move away. He now has 10-second lead over second place Parnelli Jones in the 98 car. Roger Ward holding down third. And Parnelli Jones slowing down in the 98 car. He was holding down second place. And it looks like he's out of the race. Marshman goes by Roger Ward to take over second place. The 98 car out with engine problems. Foyt still moving away. Here's your second and third. Branson goes wide. That's down to the inside and passes Roger Ward. The rundown as we go to the last 2 laps. 1, A.J. Foyt. 17, Bobby Marshman. 5, Don Branson. 2, Roger Ward. 18, Lloyd Ruby. Foyt out of the turn. Wide is the number 1 car. The second and third spot, Marshman and Branson in the 5 car. Down the back chute. Out of turn 1 through traffic on the final lap. Out of turn 4, heading for the start-finish line. There's the checkered flag. And the winner is car number 1, A.J. Foyt.
When these two Unser brothers get together, excitement is sure to follow. Roger McCluskey is back in top shape this year. Bob Harkey has had a good season. Don Branson and Mario like the dirt miles. George Snyder will be in Aggie's car. A.J. would like to make this race win number 4 at Sacramento. Al Unser picks out his own groove during qualifications and manhandles his way to 15th fast time. Johnny Rutherford is the greatest show on dirt each time he runs the miles. A.J. pulls the Sheraton Thompson Special out to qualify. Foyt is a great qualifier and has won the pole 10 times this season. This time, A.J. can only manage ninth fast. Don Branson has fast time today. Branson and Andretti pace the 1965 Golden State 100. "18 cars come out of turn 4 looking for Shim Malone's green flag. Andretti powers into the lead. Branson, Larson, and Snyder are close behind. It's a high-speed chase down the back stretch. Afternoon shadows make tricky going through turn 4. Andretti is still in command. Branson is gaining on Mario. Andretti can feel the pressure, but maintains his smooth line. Don powers off the second turn and steals the lead. Mario will learn a thing or two following the old pro. Larson is still fourth, but now he has the charging Foyt to contend with. Johnny Rutherford has his hands full with an ill-handling race car. The leaders run higher each lap. A.J. decides it's time to pass Judd. Judd thinks A.J. can wait. A.J. stubbornly presses for the pass. Foyt gets by on the inside. Bobby Unser is running fifth. Rutherford is off on another excursion while trying to hold on to sixth. Bud Tingelstad is 12th. Arnie Knepper and Al Unser almost tangle. Tingelstad loses it in turn 4. Branson still leads. Bud is through for the day. The green flag flies for the restart. Branson leads Andretti, Foyt, Larson, and Snyder. Harkey causes a little excitement as he slides up into Foyt. Snyder does a little wood chopping in turn 2. The dust is starting to kick up a little more, and following the leader becomes a lot tougher. The turn 1 fence seems to have some secret attraction for Rutherford's car. John sure makes dirt track racing exciting. Jim McElreath charges hard into the turn. Maybe a little too hard. On the restart, after McElreath's spin, Mario puts a great move on Branson. Branson bobbles coming out of turn 2, and Mario stretches his advantage. Andretti leads Branson through turn 1. Sessions is a lap down. Foyt's in third. Don wants his lead back and dives inside Mario. Judd makes a quick pit stop. The order remains the same. Mario is still trying to hold off Branson. Foyt is playing catch-up in third. Bobby is running fourth. It's heating up. Branson sneaks by. AJ is by himself in third. What a duel for first. Carl Williams gets a little too close to Al Unser and spins in turn 3. Branson has some daylight now. Dick Atkins loses it. Foyt has caught Andretti and makes a bid to pass. AJ gets him on the inside. Bobby Unser is steady in fourth. Rutherford is still struggling with his stubborn race car. Finally, Branson sees the checkered flag and wins his first Golden State 100. Foyt was second. Andretti finished third and clinched the 1965 National Championship in his rookie year.
Don Branson is last out to qualify, and the track is pretty well used up. Don barely lifts, going through turn 4. Don takes it to the limit and is the day's fastest qualifier and will start on the pole. The weather is great and everyone is in a festive mood. Branson and Foyt compare notes before the race. Ralph Ligori starts in the second row. Dick Atkins gets better each race. Gloves are a necessity in these 100-milers. AJ buckles his chin strap and is ready for the long grind. Dick Atkins will start alongside Branson on the front row. The pace car leads the 18-car field around to the starting line. The green flag sends the drivers on their way. The race is on. Everyone makes it through the turn. Branson leads a freight train out of turn 2. Atkins is running second behind Branson and dives to the inside, going into turn 3. Dick is getting a good bite and pulls ahead of Don for the lead. Atkins is followed by Branson, Andretti, Snyder, and McElreath. No change in the top 5 spots. Branson pulls along alongside Atkins and drag races down the front stretch. Branson gives Atkins a driving lesson in turn 1 and takes over first place. Jim McElreath is one of the most versatile drivers on the trail. Jim has a close call, but manages to save it. He has a lot of catching up to do. Branson still leads. Atkins is second and is being pressed by Andretti and Snyder. The fast way around for now is up on the rail. Branson puts a little more distance between Atkins, Andretti, and Snyder each lap. Ralph Liguori runs alone in 5th position. A few laps later, Ralph has company and is getting pressure from Foyt. Bob Tattersall and Larry Dixon are 7th and 8th. AJ has passed Ralph and moved into 5th place. Branson has a 10-second lead over Atkins and continues to use the high groove. Atkins stays on the bottom. Mario decides to use Branson's groove on top. Atkins, Andretti, and Snyder are moving in on Branson, and everyone stays in the high groove. Don won the Springfield 100-miler this year and would like to win this last dirt race of the season. Branson is 7th in the National Points Championship. 20 laps down and 80 to go. Don is still in command. Foyt is out on lap 25. Andretti passes Atkins for second. Snyder lays back in 4th. Branson is still in command of the lead on lap 30. Mario sets his sights on Don. Branson moves down to the low groove. Andretti is right on his tail. Mario takes advantage of a lapped car and moves past Branson for the lead. Branson, Atkins, and Snyder hug the inside rail in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. Mario has won 7 championship races so far in 1966 and has clinched the National Driving Championship. Branson moves back out to the high groove. Mario has a good lead and decides the inside groove is the fast way around. Atkins and Snyder are on Branson's tail. Snyder moves inside Atkins. Dick hangs on to 3rd and goes after Branson. There's a real traffic jam in turn 3 because of a lapped car. Snyder moves into 3rd. Greg Weld in 6th place thrills himself in turn 2. Mario Andretti runs all alone in 1st. Branson slips in turn 2 and Snyder steals 2nd spot. Gary Congdon was forced to pit and is a lap down. Congdon is trying to make up lost time on a very slick racetrack. Gary loses it in turn 2 on lap 63. Atkins has passed Branson for 3rd and has his hands full in turn 2. Andretti continues to lead. Snyder is on his bumper and Atkins is holding 3rd. Art Pollard gets loose in turn 4. A quick 360 and he's back on his way. Mario has his hands full, holding onto the lead. Atkins pulls past Snyder on lap 75 and charges after Andretti. It's a 3-way dogfight for the lead. On lap 85, Andretti still leads. Atkins gets loose in turn 2. Mario pulls in with mechanical failure on lap 95. Atkins inherits the lead. Dick is on the last lap and will win his first championship race after 1 hour and 7 minutes. Atkins couldn't be happier. Chuck Hulse finishes second. Dick Atkins just won his biggest race. Tragically, this was his last win. A month later, he and Don Branson were fatally injured in a sprint car race at Ascot. 1966 was finally over.
Andretti and Foyt set the pace for the 18-car field. Shim Malone waves the green flag and the race is on. Mario has a slight advantage racing off turn 2. A.J. Foyt pulls alongside. Bud Tingelstad, Gary Bettenhausen, Billy Vukovich, and Larry Dixon hold down the next 4 positions. Foyt is the new leader and has the fans on their feet. AJ has a 10-car advantage over Mario. Tingelstad, Bettenhausen, Vukovich, and Dixon hold their positions. AJ is flying. Buki is on Mario's tail in third, looking for room to pass. Tingelstad is driving a steady race in fourth. Art Pollard gets into the loose stuff and spins. AJ has led every lap and is setting his own pace. It's follow the leader around the pole. Gary has moved into third. Tingelstad, Snyder, and McCluskey run 4th, 5th, and 6th. Tom Bigelow is towed in on lap 39. Foyt is really dialed in. Trouble in turn 4. Vukovich loses power and falls out of the race. The field was able to bunch up on the restart, and Foyt has Andretti, Bettenhausen, Snyder, and McCluskey on his tail. Bruce Jacoby gets a little wide in turn 2. Foyt is really hooked up and is pulling away from the field again. Mario is still second. Bettenhausen has him in his sights in third. Mario is pushing his car for all that it's worth. If Foyt can hold on to the lead, it'll be his 3rd consecutive championship win in 1968. Mario can only hope that Foyt will break. Pollard brings out the yellow again. On the restart, it's still Foyt, Andretti, Bettenhausen, Snyder, and McCluskey in that order. Pollard is still having trouble, but manages to continue. McCluskey spins, and Wally Dallenbach slams into him. Foyt still leads. Bettenhausen has inherited second due to Andretti having to pit for a right rear tire. Mario has a lot of catching up to do.
13 cars follow the leader down the backstretch. AJ is averaging almost 100 miles per hour each lap. Hoyt is on the last lap and will win his second dirt race in 1968. Bettenhausen will finish second. This is Hoyt's 27th dirt championship win. AJ is on the last turn and heads for the checkered flag. Hoyt wins the 18th annual Golden State 100. AJ will pick up a check for over $8,300 for this 1 hour and 8-minute drive. Gary will pick up $4,200 for second. This is Hoyt's 40th championship win and 5th on the Sacramento Mile.
Jerry McClung and Bud Gilbert set the pace at the 1968 open competition race on the Sacramento Mile. Bill Bowers almost collects a photographer. Luckily, Bowers is okay. Wayne Weiler takes the lead in the famous Pete Brothers T-Coupe.
J.C. Agajanian stands by as the race queen gives Greg Weld a smooch for sitting on the pole. Mario's crew rolls his car out to the starting line. Greg Weld has set his STP-powered Plymouth on the pole in 2 races in a row and will be tough to beat today. Bobby will start back in the 7th row. The 18-car field is lined up and waits the command to start their engines. It's almost like being back home again in Indiana. Greg Weld and Al Unser pace a great field of cars and drivers to the starting line. It's a perfect start. The race is on. There's a real drag race down the backstretch for the lead. Al Unser has a slight advantage. Weld, Andretti, and McElreath are on his heels. The first 4 positions are the same. The track is in great shape with 3 abreast action back in the pack. Unser leads with Ford Power. Weld is in second with Plymouth Power. Mario is third with an Offie, and McElreath fourth with a Chevy. Al has a 15-car advantage over Greg. McElreath makes a move on Mario. McElreath has passed Mario for third. The track is starting to dry out, but there's still 2 good grooves. Art Pollard spins in turn 2. Mike Mosley has trouble in the same turn. The yellow condition will allow the cars to bunch up. Al brings the field down for the restart. The green flag is out and the race is in progress again. Unser, Weld, McElreath, and Andretti run in that order. Bettenhausen has moved to 9th from 18th starting position. Greg Weld pulls in for repairs. Al Unser still leads through lap 55. Billy Vukovic has taken over second spot. Mario is third, and Gary is on his tail in fourth. Mario appears to have a problem, and Gary shoots by in third. Unser leads through lap 66. Vukovic and Bettenhausen hold down second and third. Gary is on Billy's tail. Their fathers both battled on this track in the 50s. Bobby runs alone in fourth. Larry Dixon pulls in for a tire. Unser, Vukovic, and Bettenhausen hold their positions. Not many laps left, and Gary puts a serious charge on Vuki for second. Al still has a comfortable lead. Vukovic is slowing down, and Bettenhausen shoots by on the outside. Gary has pulled up on Al and makes a serious bid to get by on the last lap. Al has a two-car lead heading for the checkered flag. Bettenhausen has the pedal to the metal trying to overtake Unser and gets into the turn a little too hot. Gary drove a heck of a race, finishing second all the way from the last row. Al won 5 races and finished second to Mario in the 1969 National Championship. Paul Zellner is on his second lap of qualification and gets into the first turn too fast. Paul nails the wall and pays the price for trying too hard. The roll cage saved him from serious injury. Zellner's engine lets out one last blast. Drivers from California, Arizona, Washington, Oregon, Kansas City, Texas, Illinois, and New York are in the race. Everyone will be trying to win for his home state. The flagman signals the start. 34 cars power through the first turn. George Farmer is first, Paul Jones second, and Dick Zimmerman is third. The cars are 3 abreast on the backstretch. Jerry McLeese spins. Darrell Dockery gets in the loose stuff in turn 2. Bill DeChamp slams the wall and takes a flyer in turn 3. Lucky for DeChamp, he was only shaken up. George Farmer is still the leader. Jerry Blundy has moved into second position from his 10th starting spot. Jack Clegg is third. Lapping cars take skill and patience. Billy Anderson rides over the inside berm, and that triggers a grinding series of end-over-end flips. Don Hawley couldn't see Anderson's car because of the dust and slams into it and flips Billy's car right side up. Billy is moving and doesn't appear to be seriously injured. Blundy is in the lead by a half lap. Jerry heads for the checkered flag. Blundy wins his second straight CRA 100-miler. George Farmer finished second and Jack Clegg third.
Mario has just turned in the fastest time. Mario will start on the pole in today's race. What a way to start the day. There's an Unser starting alongside Mario, but this time it's Bobby. Al is in the second row. Starter Shim Malone waves the green flag, and 18 cars race into the first turn. It's a free-for-all through turn 1 and 2. Bobby leads the field out of turn 2. Mario blows by on the inside. Mario leads, heading out of turn 4. Al has passed Bobby for second and starts to work on Mario. Al is the new leader. Andretti second, Snyder third, Bobby fourth, and fifth is up for grabs. Andretti pulls alongside Unser and inches ahead in an all-out bid to regain the lead. Al is back in the lead. There's a real dogfight back in the pack. Unser has moved to the high groove in turn 3. Mario has been successful in holding Snyder off. Al is really smooth in turn 1. 18 cars are still running strong through lap 22. Al is on another Sunday drive, leaving everyone in his dust. Mario is in for repairs. Al bides his time. George Snyder settles into second. Bettenhausen chases him in third. Mario heads back out. Al hikes his left front wheel through turn 1. Salt Walter has his hands full on the first turn. He's through for the day. The field has tightened up due to the caution brought on by Walter's crash. Followed by Snyder, Bettenhausen, Billy Vukovic, and Well. Andretti is a couple of laps down. The track is drying out in the first turn, and the groove has moved down to the inside. Al still gets a good bite in turn 3 and can run high or low. Al laps slower traffic with ease. The race is more than 2/3 over, and 14 cars are still running strong. Johnny Rutherford blows an engine. Mario is caught in his oil, and both nail the wall. Everybody slows down. Both drivers come out of their cars and seem to be okay. The pace car is brought out during the caution. Cars head for the restart, with Unser still in command of the lead. Al is followed by Snyder, Vukovic, Weld, and McCluskey. Mike Mosley looks for a new groove in turn 4. Al has had it his way for most of the race. Snyder still looks strong in second. Gary Bettenhausen and Bobby Unser almost make contact in turn 3. Gary has lost a right front. Bettenhausen has driven a great race and would have finished on the top 5. Only 2 laps to go. Snyder will finish second. Vukovic has a lock on third. Greg will have to settle for 4th. Bobby Unser hangs on in 6th. It's the last lap, and Al heads for the checker. Al makes it win number 10. Al Unser is the 1970 national champion and became the all-time single money winner with a total of more than $500,000. Snyder finished second. Al brings his Johnny Lightning special into victory circle. Unser won 10 of the 18 national championship races in 1970, making his owners and sponsors proud. 1970 was a very good year.
A record field of cars are on hand for the 3rd annual U.S. Open Competition Sprint Car and Modified Race at the Sacramento Fairgrounds Mile Dirt Track. The track is 50 years old, and this will be the last race. Jerry Blundy talks with race promoter J.C. Agajanian. Blundy won the last 2 races and hopes to make it 3 in a row. Jan Offerman and Billy Vukovich, sprint car veterans. Joe Saldana is from Lincoln, Nebraska for his first Sacramento race. CRA driver Billy Wilkerson finished 4th last year. The first of 2 10-lap semi-main races is underway. Jan Offerman has a big lead and is really flying through turn 3. Jan hugs the inside berm in turn 2. He's in trouble on the backstretch. Jan is okay, but the race was stopped because of a serious accident on the front stretch. Ernie Purcell and Walt Reef were fatally injured, the first drivers in 22 years of racing to die on the Sacramento Mile. Joe Saldana and Bob Evans set the pace for a great field of 34 sprint cars as they head for the start of the 100-miler. It's a great start. Bob Evans leads. Joe Saldana is 2nd. Jerry Blundy is 3rd. Plenty of pumping and shoving on back. Blundy really has the Sacramento Mile figured out. He's running just hard enough to keep Evans behind him. Saldana looks good in 3rd. Blundy picks the best line through turn 3. Jerry is really a master on the mile. Jimmy Gordon finished 16th last year and should finish in the top 10 today. Jimmy tries the high groove in turn 1. Bud Gilbert and Jimmy Gordon slam together on the backstretch. Gordon's car flips into the path of Ronnie Ray, who tries to get by on the outside. Ray is trapped, and both cars come together in a grinding crash, exploding into a ball of fire. Several cars barely squeeze by. Ronnie struggles to get free from his burning car. A quick-thinking Ray jumps over the fence and rolls on the ground, putting the fire out on his uniform. He appears not to be seriously injured. Unfortunately, Jimmy Gordon died in the crash. Aggie stopped the race on the 35th lap. Blundy was declared the winner.